Hi guys, uh, welcome to another episode. Today I just wanted to talk about something that has been a really useful tool for me. That's the Akashic Records. I would say, logging on / opening the Akashic Records for almost like a year now. And what they are is they're the records of all things that are. Akash means ether, it means heaven. And the records are records that exist in the Akashic field of everything that has been and everything that will be and everything that can be. So what I like to do is whenever I have a problem or I need a solution for something, I like to open the Akashic Records with the pathway prayer. And I like to see the possible outcomes of each situation. For example, last week I had to look up some managers for my acting career. And I wrote down the names of the managers and the companies. And I opened the records and I asked a couple of questions. And through signs, through either like sounds, sometimes like smells or just like vibrations, you're gonna get the answers that you need. So I got the answers I needed last time. The Akashic Records are also good for making decisions. Like, for example, you could be like scheduling your day, and you could be like, well, what could I do best in the morning? So a lot of people like to sit down and visualize their day. I like to do that inside the Akashic Records. I sit down quietly, I open the Akashic Records with the pathway prayer, and I just ask my guides. Archangel Michael is always in my Akashic Records. I'm very close to him. So I ask him, Archangel Michael, what would the best possible outcome be for today? And then I get visualizations of me knocking out tasks, of me, going to a gym class, of me doing something that I've been putting off for a while. And it's really cool to see images of yourself in the records because, once you've seen it in your mind, then you can go ahead and you can do it. It's not such a big deal anymore because you've already seen yourself do it. That's what pro athletes do whenever they have big games. That's what Muhammad Ali used to do before matches. He used to visualize himself, knocking out his opponent with a special hook or something, and then it would come to pass. Because he had already seen himself do it. And as they say, if you can see it in your mind's eye, then it can happen. So that's what I use the Akashic Records for. I'll keep talking about what they are because it's a really fascinating subject and a lot of people approach it in a lot of different ways. But the way I ended up in the Akashic Records is because I used to read tarot cards. And I noticed a pattern after a while that I would use the tarot cards, but I would get addicted to the validation of the tarot cards. And for example, if the tarot cards said, oh yeah, you're gonna land that job, it wouldn't show me how I was gonna land that job. So I was just addicted to throwing the cards over and over and over again until it was like rolling dice, until I got the answer that I was gonna get the job I wanted, but there was no indication. And maybe that's because I just never really learned to read tarot cards so well. I learned off an Italian witch on YouTube, which was really cool. Shout out to Naya. But yeah, that's what led me down. It was actually through Naya. She has a manifestation YouTube channel. It was through Naya that I found out about the Akashic Records, and I started looking into it. And I realized what a fascinating world it is, and it really clicked with me. It really resonated, and it's helped me so much. I can't count the number of times. I remember last year I was suffering a lot of sadness, and I would just open the records and I would just be like, Archangel Michael, make me happy again. Let me see a happy me. And then I would see it. Or, when you're having if you're stagnant in an area of your life, for example, your business, and you don't know what else to do, you're worried about bills, bills are coming out of your ears, you're trying to be Ray Charles to all your problems, but you can't be. You can't find that center that you need. The Akashic Records are really good for that. They're really good for clearing the debris of whatever could be bothering you. And they're staring at me like I'm crazy. I am. So yeah, I'm not crazy. But yeah, The Akashic Records are actually very practical. So if this resonates with somebody, please comment below. And I'm going to link the Pathway Prayers by Linda Howe, which are the way I access the records. If anybody else has any suggestions as to how they access the records, let me know. I'd be curious to know. And yeah, have a good day. Thank you. It's not off.